So you guys know I like to stir things up occasionally. You like to get people talking. Maybe that's the right way to put it. Maybe it's just that I like to start fights. Well, today, maybe I'm gonna start one. Behind me, I've got a W900, brand spanking new. What would start a fight? Well, does this have an automated transmission? Maybe it's got some sort of automatic braking or some other sort of driver assist to it. Maybe it's just parked in a spot that may get people talking. This is how you start a fight. I'm not gonna do that today though. We've talked about this truck. Today, it's gonna be all W900 day. Let's dive into it. So I'm not actually gonna start the fight today. Some of you guys may want it, but I'm not gonna do that today. In this, I've actually already got plenty to talk about in this W900L here. There's a ton of cool specs with this truck that gives me plenty enough to talk about that we don't need to compare. And if you do want the comparison, I'll put a link over here somewhere that'll let you go take a look at that video. You want to be mad. But with all that being said, I'm gonna take this thing to another location because right now, as you can hear, it's noisy here. And we just got a big shipment of customer trucks on that makes the parking lot really, really crowded. They're all sold trucks, but they're here for right now. So I'm gonna go someplace else where I can actually sit and talk to you guys. Get some quality time in with this. Remember how I said we're gonna go someplace else to talk about the truck? Well, that's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna go down the road first because it's been a while. Kinda wanna go for a drive. It's especially been a long time since I've driven a B cab out on the road. I mean, you guys have seen the reviews that I've done recently with T680s, T880s, stuff like that. Well, let's get out in a B cab again. Now, on top of that, the other side of that, most of the trucks that I've been doing recently didn't have one of these things sticking through the floor. So let's see if, shall we see if it's still like riding a bike? So one of the things, I mean, I'm a mile away from the shop, and one of the things that first strikes me is just how car-like the T680 and 880 feel compared with this. This doesn't, I mean, it's not like this is loud. It's not like it beats you about. I mean, the ride is the reason so many people love the W900 besides the look. So there's just this raw quality about it. It feels, I guess I would say, for lack of a better terms, it feels more like equipment than it does a vehicle. And to me, that kind of just, what are you looking for? For long days in the saddle, if you like that equipment feel, then boy, this is it. If you like that isolated cabin feel, well then obviously Not as much this. That was a little rough. So I know that, I mean, I love this just as much as you guys do. So I'm going to open the window here, but just when you hear those turbos just start to inhale half the local atmosphere, it's a cool noise. Yeah, as someone that grew up with vehicle noises, yeah, I like that noise. Okay, we got to open the window a little bit because I'm turning left at a traffic light here. We're going slow enough. I need to hear this. I like the noises. I get it, guys. Now, the other thing that I'll say, though, is I don't see how some of you guys do this for thousands of miles on end. But I get it. Whenever one of these comes in on the lot, I'm always just drawn to it. And I think that there's just, I mean, I know there's so many reasons as to why. I mean, the shiny bits, the classic shape. And I mean, if you go up to any random kid out there, today's times I don't suggest doing this, but go to any random kid and tell them to draw a truck. This is what they're gonna draw. And that really says something about what this truck is. So we're gonna do the front to back thing again. Let's just start with the basics, right? I could probably just stand here for like 2 or 3 minutes and point to it. And you guys would be okay with that. I really would too. Metal grille, screen front to it to keep the rocks out of the expensive bits behind. Kenworth emblem. Extra slats on this one for protection, but really, let's just face it, they look great. I present to you giant flat piece of chrome steel with curves on the end. What else do you want me to say? It's beautiful. Underneath the hood, 565 horsepower, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. If you couldn't tell by that color, it's a Cummins X15. I don't think any of us are really surprised here, are we? No. Sometimes I record myself closing the hood because I feel like one of these days, it's just gonna launch me over the truck. Before I forget, up front, Alcoa wheels, same thing in the back. This has drum brakes all the way around. That's a 13.2 front axle. Front springs are 13.2 also. Now, both sides of the truck are pretty much the same in terms of the shiny bits. So I'm just gonna take care of it all in one shot. And when I say shiny bits, this truck got visited by the Chrome Fairy in the factory. Got the elephant ears, we've got dual air cleaners on it, we've got the moto mirrors up top, the polished DPF FCR cover. This, we've got the tank on the side here, 60 gallons of fuel, 60 gallons of hydraulic fluid. We do not have the PTO or wet line installed on this truck because we don't know what type of system you need, but it is ready to go. It's got the wide tank straps. The other side, there's 100 gallons of fuel also with the wide polished tank straps. They just really go together to complete that look. shiny quarter fenders. Like I said, we've got the Alcoa wheels out back. So let's talk about out back, shall we? The fifth wheel can like hide me back here, but nonetheless, this is reasonably tall out back. This is set up for heavy haul type situations. 46,000 pound rear axle, the AG 460 suspension, which is, yes, the 8-bag suspension that I know and love, that you guys have heard me talk about probably ad nauseum. There's good reasons for that. Especially a truck like this may see a little bit of off-road action. With the traction that this suspension gets you, it's definitely the one to go with. We've got a nice long slide here. I believe it's 36 inches. Air slide, hand release or mechanical release on the fifth wheel. Pretty much just everything that you need out back here. For the ratio, .391s. I just had to go look. Sorry. You guys know that I could go on and 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 on about the interior. It's a W900 B cab interior. It's amazing. Okay, you want more? Okay. So this is the VIT interior. That means it has all the button tuck. It's the extended cab, so we've got the extra compartment back here, as well as a little more leg room for all you folks that are above the 5'9" that I am. It's got the full gauge package. It's got Nav Plus. It's the W900 that we all want. Just gonna leave it at that. So how am I gonna sum all this up? I'll get to that in 1 second. First off, if you're not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. Got a question, got a comment, by all means throw it in the comments below. I do my best to get to all of them. They don't all come up in the feed all the time or as early as I'd like or whatever. I do my best. I love engaging with you guys out there. Also, if you think I earned it, give it the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, go ahead and hit the thumbs down twice. That's gonna be my new thing. So what am I gonna say in summation about this? This is the W900. This is the classic. This is the, I mean, it is an icon. That's the reason why they made an icon version of the W900. Now, I love the T680. I love the T880. There is some phenomenal engineering in those. They are a great truck. They do, I mean, just so many things well. They keep you quiet. They keep it comfortable. There's new technology coming out for them all the time, which makes them so much better and so much more driver friendly, and they're adapting so well to the world that we're in. They're phenomenal trucks. In the same sense, right now, to summarize the W900, I just want to go for a drive. I'm back. Did you miss me?